The Tesla hate is real, my people. You've heard this from 2013 all the way to now. You've got buddies who drive gas cars who love to tease you about Tesla, saying, oh my God, how are you going to make it to the beach? And you just had to look at them and be like, you dumbass. We're going to make it to the beach. We're going to get there faster than you. And we're not going to spend the money you spend getting to the beach in your ICE car. Well, this is a video about how the government and ICE car manufacturers are really trying to poop on Tesla, and we're going to call it out the same way we've been calling it out for the last couple of years as I've been helping you guys invest in Tesla and make those life gains. If you're finding me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so when I drop videos, you get them. Follow me on Instagram. You have questions, comments, and concerns, just DM me on Instagram and we'll get your business questions answered and we'll try to help you out. So we know that the news and social media loves to put out shock and awe headlines. I almost want to say they kind of have to do it or things will be boring. They got to do it. What do we call it nowadays? Clickbait. So Clickbait was put up the other day saying Cathie Wood is selling all these many millions of shares of Tesla. And of course, this was on CNBC. Now I do reference CNBC, but they are mainstream media and they can only do so much digging into certain companies. And what was significant about that was Cathie Wood is running an ETF, her ART ETF, and her selling that amount of stock in price rise sounds like a lot, but when you take a look at the chart, it was only 0.1% of the total funds she has. I mean, this chick is probably sitting on, I don't know, $200 million worth of Tesla. If you add up what she has, she manipulated basically 0.1% of the ETF, and the news headlines went with that. So people, that's why I always say you have to have context. And we do live in a society where we don't want to go dig for the context. You need to have context when you hear these shock and awe lines. And so the other thing that's coming out that I guess the government thinks is a blow to Tesla is that the traditional legacy car makers, your Fords, your GMs and all them, they really don't care for this EV movement. They don't want to innovate. And what do we know is the trigger for free market capitalism? Disruptors like Robinhood, disruptors like Tesla. And the reason the legacy automakers don't want to do it is because they are so far behind on the technology for the battery, number one, the infrastructure, most importantly, number two, and they just don't want to change. People have to be beaten into change almost until they realize it's good or it can show that it's good for their bottom line, which Tesla has proven that doing these cars are good for the bottom line, but up front it's top heavy as hell, as LeBron James would say, and they just aren't feeling it. So they're trying to get the government, which we know the government right now is ran by Democrats, to offer EV tax credits that's going to benefit them more than it benefits Tesla. So the legacy makers will get a tax credit and break of $12,500. And they're only going to give Tesla $7,000 because Tesla has been getting credits since 2012. And so the legacy automakers are basically screaming, well, we need to catch up with them, blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. But if you dig deep into Tesla's revenues, they wasn't really concerned about the damn tax break in the first place because they're already making bank on their cars. Their year-over-year sales since they lost that tax break that I was a beneficiary of when I got mine in 2019 when they was coming off, year-over-year revenues has gone up 25%. They're not really worried about it. Of course they want it, but is that something that's going to shift the pendulum for them? Hell no, it's not going to shift the pendulum for them. And one reason why I think the government is coming down on Tesla is because they don't do unions. Tesla is not a union company. Now, there have been one or two stories I've heard Tesla has treated African Americans pretty bad, and I'm not fond about that. You know, get on your shit, Elon. Don't be treating folks badly. But overall, Tesla has made so many people rich because they give them so many shares of the company. So you literally have receptionists who are probably almost millionaires. You definitely got people working the assembly line who are multi-millionaires. And then you got people in the sales department who are probably worth $500,000 just because Tesla gives them a share, 1/3 of what me and you have to pay as retail. And then they have a share matching program where if you was to just simply buy 5, they would do like 10 to 15 shares to match what you've done. So ladies and gentlemen, you always have to go below the minutia to figure out what's really going on. And what's really going on is these people are scared of Tesla, controlling more market share. They list them as a car company when in all honesty, Tesla is a technology company. And the legacy automakers just don't want to get with the technology because they don't want to front the money that they need to do right now. But a change is coming. We've seen where Tesla has gone from 2012 all the way now, which is almost 10 years. And look at what a difference they have made. Look at the infrastructure. Now they've got V3 superchargers that literally can charge my car, which is a 50 kilowatt battery, in 15 minutes from empty. And then if I had to pay for it, which I will soon, it would only cost me about $6. Beat that, gas, ICE car makers, legacy makers. Get with the program. Stop getting in front of cameras talking about you love American capitalism and the free market system when you're not trying to do that for your customers. That's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like the video. Please comment, subscribe. Go get yourself a life game. If you happen to decide to go get yourself a Tesla, use my link. It's in the video description. Follow me on Instagram if you have business questions or anything you want to talk about that covers this channel, from stocks, from Tesla, from business starting, from business credit, all the things we do to help you get a life game. Till that next sexy as hell video, I'll see you.